What's up, everybody? It is me, Riva, and I am back again with another video. If you are new here, my name is Riva, and I am here to give you guys my full thoughts, my feelings, my opinion on this video. So if you don't know, Michael Blackson is a comedian. I'm sure most of you obviously do know that. And there was a conversation that came up explaining kind of like the dynamics of their relationship, what she accepts, what she does not accept, this, that, and the third. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna go ahead and press play, let you guys hear what the interviewer asked and also what the conversation entailed, and then again I'm gonna give you guys my feelings, my thoughts, my opinions afterwards.
You guys kind of touch on, Rada, you allow, or should I say, accept Michael having one side chick a month. Why does that work for you?
Well, the reason why, it's not even allowing, it's more, um, I've been in a long-term relationship, and I've said this before. You having sex with the same individual for years, it gets boring. And I just wanted some excitement in the bedroom.
Michael, would that same arrangement work in Rada's case if she wanted to have one side piece a month as well?
She's allowed to have any female she wants.
But not a man?
Not a man, because she don't want a man. We don't need another penis in a relationship.
What do you need from other women that you feel like you can't get from the person you want to call your wife?
Just some new coochie.
You guys kind of touch on, Rada, you allow, or should I say, accept Michael having one side chick a month. Why does that work for you?
Well, the reason why, it's not even allowing, it's more, I've been in a long-term relationship, and I've said this before. You having sex with the same individual for years, it gets boring. And I just wanted some excitement in the bedroom.
Michael, would that same arrangement work in Rada's case if she wanted to have one side piece a month as well?
She's allowed to have any female she wants.
But not a man?
Not a man, because she don't want a man. We don't need another penis in a relationship.
What do you need from other women that you feel like you can't get from the person you want to call your wife?
Just some new coochie.
So okay, this was actually a request from a subscriber for me. They wanted to know my opinions on this. They wanted to know, Riva, how do you feel about this conversation? Because we know you always give some kind of off the wall conversations that is going to be contrary to the norm. So what do you feel about this video? And I actually want to start off with the end of the conversation and then we'll work our way back. I think if most men, okay, if most men are honest, they would agree that there are times in the relationship when it gets a little bit sticky in the bedroom. Okay, not sticky. I don't want you guys to use that word wrong. Okay, not sticky. There are times when it does become monotonous. It does become quote unquote boring. It does kind of become unexciting, uneventful, just kind of like, oh yeah, you don't remember if you did sleep together in the middle of the night or if you didn't. And I think that happens because of a lot of different reasons. One reason I always talk about is women not knowing their body or being in tune with their body. And sometimes even when a woman is desiring it, right? Not talking about when they tap you on the shoulder and you say you don't want none, but even when the woman does desire intimacy, sometimes I'm going to talk in a way that is, those who will get it will get it. Sometimes when you're so forthcoming with like, I want you too as a female, sometimes that translate in the intimacy part and you just kind of like give it all. So if you understand what I'm saying, you're just going to understand what I'm saying. You literally just give everything and it's not exciting. There's no thrill, there's no chase, So that's one aspect. If a lot of men are honest, they do kind of get tired of being with the same, woman over and over and over again. Again, whether the woman is, not in tune with herself, whether the connection is off, whether she's mad at him, whatever it is, they get tired of doing the same thing over and over again. And some people do need that extra thrill. I find it more in men who were out there before. Not men who've been in like constant like relationships, but more of men who like experience a lot of different women prior to getting into a relationship, or men who have been like out, exploring different levels of, sneaky links or hookups, or, having women at their leisure, different girl every night, whatever. A lot of those men kind of after a while have like an itch that they need to scratch, right? Like they kind of get like bored, especially if you're a woman who, because you can be a great woman. I'm talking to my ladies for a second. You can be a great woman, nice woman, kind woman, feminine, sweet, caring, and all of that. That's amazing. Not stress them out. That's amazing. But you can be a little boring. Or again, not in tune with yourself. And that's still a very important aspect of the relationship, is intimacy. Okay, so this doesn't stand for all men. All men don't feel this way. I saw the comment section. All men do not agree with this. All men don't think that they need to go nowhere else. Okay, there was a large portion of men in the comment section that were saying, you could do all of that because I don't have time for that. I don't have the energy for it. I don't have the space for it. I don't have the desire for it. And this is when it becomes extremely important for women to know their man. Know who you're with. Don't lie to yourself. Don't tell yourself a fantasy. You've seen him out with 4 or 5 girls before you. When you and him was in the quote unquote talking stage, he had a full roster. And now when he gets with you, you feel like, oh yeah, that's never going to happen with me. And you need to kind of like know who you're with. That's one of the main things. Okay. Now, the first question that was asked was, you allow. And I can tell by the way that she corrected that conversation of like, well, it's not allow. I think this is just a part of her knowing who she's in a relationship with. She understands that he's going to go out and do his thing. He doesn't seem like a person who is hiding that. He doesn't seem like a person who is trying to morph and be somebody else. He doesn't seem like he lives under the regime of anyone. Okay, Michael Blackson doesn't seem like the type of person that anybody can tell him what to do. Okay, so her knowing that, and her also understanding longevity in relationships, her understanding, their version of spicing things up, she is saying it's not allow. It's just, I know who he is and I get it. I get this particular man's needs. She's not speaking for all men. She's not speaking what would work for anybody else, but for what works for them, she's saying, I know his needs. I get it. And I'm okay with it. I have no problem with it. I think it's fun. I think it's spicy. Whatever that may be. Okay? For them. For their relationship. Shout out to them. It works for them. Now, do I... And the perfect title is, they explain why this arrangement works for them. It works for them. Now, if you want to ask Rivah, do I think this is something that will work for everybody? Hell no. Hell no. I think it takes a very mature mindset. I think it takes two people who are very similar in behavior. There's some people who are very free-spirited, who are like down for anything, down to try anything, whatever. I think it takes people who are very, very much like that, very much free. Okay, this is not going to work for people who are who have structured households, right? Who like go to, church. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying it doesn't. I'm not saying that people who go to church don't do this, because I don't know everybody's business. But it's not for like the systematical lifestyle, obviously. For a man who is like just trying to do the right thing, trying to do right by his family. For a woman, obviously, who feels the same way. And I think that that's fine. I think this just shows that there's different strokes for different folks. And I personally think that's okay. As long as you find somebody who is a match for you in these aspects, I think that's up to you guys. Like, it's not, I'm not going to be mad if Michael is doing something, if Rada is cool with it. That has nothing to do with me. She doesn't seem upset or tense. You know, they seem like they have that relationship that is going to be the two of them for the long haul. And they, because they know they're going to be together for the long haul, there's no need for them to just stay stifled in a certain way. But a lot of the issues arise when women try to play this cool role. Like, oh, I'm cool, I'm down. Yeah, I'm down for anything. And then when push comes to shove and the situation actually presents itself, then it becomes a really huge problem because your emotions are tied into it. You don't want to, allow your man, or you don't even want to know if your man is with somebody else. You'd rather him do it and you don't know. You get kind of like, started feeling insecure within yourself. That begins different problems in the relationship. One time you guys get into an argument, you're going to bring up the fact that he had the one side piece last month, and that's why he's acting funny when he's acting the same way. It's just you don't feel the same way. So I think that this is a situation that definitely works. I mean, we hear them talking about it openly, but there's a lot of people who have this kind of lifestyle. Like, a lot of people who, I think people would be very shocked if they knew, like, what some of the people around them, the lifestyle that they have or chose, or what works for them, arrangements that work for them. But I want to say it's not something that works for everybody. And I think that's okay. I think it's okay when a man is like, nah, I'm good. Like, I found the one. I don't have time for the drama. I don't have time for the emotions. I don't have time for, the extra stress, the beef that it can cause. And, I personally think there's an honor when a man does not want to share his woman with anyone, whether it's a woman or a man. A man that's like, no, I'm good on that. That's my wife, But I also think that men and women are very different. I think it's different when a woman is like, maybe that's her solace. The fact that he's being able to do that and she can go out and have her quote unquote fun, whatever the situation is as well. I think that can be dangerous in some situations where a woman is with another woman and then it kind of becomes skeptical of, does your woman even like, or is she even attracted to men, or is she only attracted to women and she's just using that as a disguise to work out what she needs and desires. Whole different conversation. And then I think it's also, an aspect of men are very different. Men get bored very easily. Do I think that means that every man should have a side piece once a month? No. But I think, again, it's about communication in relationships, openness in relationships. And I think this is what it does exude. The fact that he can literally come to her and talk to her about anything. And more times than not, them having this openness and this communication with him being able to, be his true 100% self. He doesn't have to stifle himself and actually be in this relationship with her. More times than not, that's going to make that man not even do that. Because he knows he can, he's not going to, right? Like, just because he has opportunity to be able to and he doesn't have to hide anything, he's like, well, this takes the fun out of it. I don't even want to do it. Sometimes, but again, this just shows that you have to be on the same flow with the person that you're in a relationship with. You guys have to be the same. You guys have to have the same desires intimately. You guys have to have the same, ideals of what your relationship is supposed to look like together. It can't be one person who is like this, who's like, oh yeah, I want to have a one side piece once a month, and the other person just loves that person and is trying to fit into that mold, because it's going to be a disaster. Because no matter how much this person is lying to themselves, trying to make it seem like that's what they want to, their truth is always going to prevail. And it's just going to be like horrible. But I want to know what you guys think about this in the comment section down below. This was a request from somebody, and I said that I was going to do this. Let me know what you guys think about this video. Let me know about, your opinions on this. what arrangements you think work for you, why you think this would not work, why you think this would be a disaster. Just let me know everything that you guys feel about this in the comment section down below. I genuinely want to hear your thoughts, your feelings, and your opinions. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Love you.